Hello everyone, welcome to take 3 of this video. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but I'm back with a 1.20 feature video. This is showcasing all of the features that have been announced so far in 1.20. Now, hopefully they don't add any more features because then I would have to redo this video. So this is a pretty big update already. There's 18 in total features that I have included. I haven't included every single new block and mob, but I've done most of them, and I've done some sub features as well, which aren't really big enough to be counted as total features. But yeah, so if it was every single block individually as a new feature, then this would be like 100 features probably, maybe closer to 60. But anyway, let's have a look. Now, I've got some signs here. I won't read them all word for word, but this is a lot to take in. Beautiful new trees. Now, I'm gonna talk you through this, but first let's look at this egg. It's a sniffer egg, and this is the icon for it. So this isn't the sniffer spawn egg, this is the sniffer egg. So you can find these, I'm pretty sure, in like underwater ruins, by brushing away suspicious gravel. I'll talk about that later too. Sniffers will dig up lost plants, and yes, you can write on the back of these signs. We'll talk about that later. So this is the first feature, and then the second feature is the torch flower, brand new plant that the sniffer can find. It doesn't give off light, which is kind of sad. This has actually grown into a full thing. Well, actually it hasn't. But this is the... I should go to survival mode. What's it called? Pitcher pod. So this is a pitcher plant, as you can see. This was leaked by a guy called Roger Badgerman. He's now being exposed, and I'm pretty sure he quit or something. But this is the pitcher plant and the pitcher pod. Pretty cool plants. There was a chunky pod there, but now it's gone. The next is the cherry wood set, and also the cherry grove biome. What's all this pink wood for? It's the cherry grove with brand new cherry wood. So you've got these flowers called pink petals. I'm pretty sure you can make pink dye out of these. Yes, you can. So this is 1, 2, 3, and you can put 4 in there as well. So it's sort of like sea pickles, that you can stack them, and candles and stuff like that. This is the cherry sapling. I think it looks pretty cool. And the log, I like how they've gone with the pink sort of theme. These doors and trapdoors look really cool. Don't know how that grass block got there, but yeah, so these are the boat with chest, sign, and hanging sign. We'll talk about hanging signs a little bit later. Now, that's a lot of new wood. What's next? Well, it's archaeology. On to feature number 6, I believe. Archaeology. So what's so special about this desert temple? In here is something very cool. It's the archaeology. This is suspicious sand right here. You can see it looks a little different from the other sand, and you can brush it using this brush. So you can use this crafting recipe like this, I believe. Oh, there we go. So feather on top, underneath a copper ingot and a stick. You can create a brush, and you can brush away this suspiciousness of the sand. And, oh, what's this? This is a pottery shard. So the suspicious sand will then turn back into regular sand and you can't brush away this. But this is a prize pottery shard and you can combine 4 shards to make a pot. But if you don't want anything on your pot, you can just do this and it'll make just a plain old pot. So I've got 4 pottery shards here. I'm pretty sure there are loads more as well. So I've made this little pot. So you can use these to make pretty cool stories. So like this, a person with a sword, maybe killed a creeper or a monster, got a prize. Suspicious gravel can also be found in underwater ruins. Now I put this down myself so nothing will come out of these, but depending on where you find the suspicious sand and gravel, it will have different loot tables. So we'll talk more about that later on. Yeah, so let's go on to the next feature. Let's head this way. Now, luckily I've set this to peaceful mode because I don't want to deal with all the bad mobs. Luckily there are no new hostile mobs in this update. But that doesn't make it any less exciting. We'll get some sticks here, I guess. This is the bamboo wood set. So weird yellow wood is bamboo wood. Instead of boats like normal, you have rafts. So this is a raft with chest. Let's read these signs. Bamboo trees are not a thing, but you can craft bamboo blocks with just regular bamboo. There's also a stripped variant. You can see the normal one is like a green, whereas this one is more yellow, and that's how you can make the planks and stuff. That's the colour of the planks. Let's keep going. So I think 2 new wood sets in one update is really cool, and it makes for really cool design options. So yeah, some of them looked a bit different from these. These are normal bamboo stairs, but this is bamboo mosaic. So bamboo mosaic is a different variant. So this is the normal bamboo wood, and there's also bamboo planks, as you can see in my house up there. But if you get 2 slabs like this, you can make 1 bamboo mosaic block, and it looks a little bit different from the others because it looks more mosaic. So you can make stairs and slabs from this as well. Let's have a look at this. So if you craft up a block of bamboo, and then you, well, turn it into 2 bamboo planks, not 4, only 2, sadly. Then you can get 3 bamboo planks and make slabs, and then with that you can make 3 bamboo mosaic blocks, and I think these look really cool. You can also make slabs out of these. They look pretty cool, don't they? So yeah, with this bamboo mosaic you can make stairs and slabs. This wood type allows for some cool patterns. So this is my house, obviously, because it says Gary. I'm Gary. My real name isn't Gary, by the way. Do you like my house? I think it's cool. Under here I've got a frog light. There's nothing in this chest except for like them that I just put away. I've got a little torch flower. Well, do you want some more? Well, now you have the next feature, which is the camel. So here's a camel. I'll get a cactus. So these camels feed on cactus and are very lazy. Now, these camels can actually fit 2 people on them. You can breed them. They love to have cactus. You can make baby camels. These look pretty cool. So when you ride this, you can see that you're at the front, but you can also have a second passenger, like a boat. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to ride this camel to our next feature, all the way over here. Now, I was just testing to see if it got damaged. But this camel is very slow normally, but you can press shift and it'll, or sprint, and it'll go a bit faster. It has a special ability, which is its ability to jump very far. So you can see I've got that. At maximum speed, it can jump. It can jump pretty far away. So that's the camel. Really cool new mob. Let's go see our next feature, which is a bit scary because we're going in the deep dark. Why are we in the deep dark? Because we need to have a look at the new calibrated skulk sensor. So this is a new used for amethyst shards, and you surround 3 amethyst shards with a normal skulk sensor, and it can actually detect sound from 16 blocks away, which is, I'm pretty sure, is double the sound of a normal one. So this is as far away. Look at that, it's so far away. I've put wool up there because there's other ones that I'm demonstrating. I've got a sign here. They can pass sound through amethyst blocks. So if I put a sign, so normally skulk sensors can't detect themselves, but you can see this new calibrated skulk sensor. Once I make a noise, it can transmit that through amethyst, and it can go through other amethyst blocks. So this is, it can also attach separate sounds if you output a different signal. So I've just used a lectern for this. So page 1, if you put it on page 1 only, it will only detect stepping, and this doesn't count as jumping. You can see that when I'm jumping, it doesn't work. If I have TNT, can't detect that being placed. So I'll just give myself a golden apple for later. So 1 is, so if you turn it to page 2, you can see it won't detect jumping. I mean, it won't detect stepping, but it will detect jumping. So that's cool. If you turn it to page 8, it will not detect any of that. TNT placed, no jumping, no stepping, but if you eat something, it will detect that, so that's pretty cool. And if you turn it to page 13, it will detect placing, and if you turn it to page 12, oh crap. Well, that's kind of bad. I didn't expect that to happen. I guess it's because it's connected to redstone. So that was unexpected, but we can still go on. If we get a button, then you teleport to the next room. That was a bit of a fright. I didn't expect that to happen. Well, we're back at the start, but it's not the end. These are brand new signs called hanging signs. They have a little bit less room to write on, but they can hang from blocks. I made a little demonstration over here. They can hang off a block, like sideways. They can hang under a block, or they can hang off a smaller block like a fence. Now the next one is sign changes. So you can now edit, see, I just right clicked that sign and I am editing it. Look at that, I can edit signs. This is an actual game changer. I used it a lot while making this new map. You can edit and write on the back of signs. Now you can see that this is red text and this is purple text. So you can change the colour of each side. I can't write that on the back, but this is a really cool feature. That's the 11th feature. What's the 12th feature, you may ask? Well, this is chiseled bookshelves. These are a new type of bookshelves, and you can store books in them. So as you can see, if I look at this pink book and I right click, you can see that it takes that out, and I can take that out too, and that's an enchanted book. I can also put books in, so if I look at this middle bottom slot, I can put that in, and these are completely separate. So in a previous snapshot it was like you had to have it in order, but now it's fixed and you can put it in any order you like. Now I'm pretty sure you can also make a redstone contraption out of them, but I'm bad at redstone, so I couldn't get that working. Next feature, we're on to the smaller features now because it's sort of the end, but there is a lot of features. So we've got the new piglin head added. If I put this on, you can see, looks like a piglin. I'm not sure if this substitutes, like if you can wear this instead of gold and the piglins won't recognize you. I think that will work though. There's a thing with note blocks with heads. So if a note block has a head on it, it will play a sound depending on that mob. So with the exception of a player head, so the player head doesn't make any sound. This is the zombie. You can troll a lot of people. Some of your friends will fall for this. That sounds very realistic, and I love that. This is the piglin. This is the dragon. Skeleton. It's very what's the word? Quiet. It's very quiet. So are both of them, but they're still sounds, so they're cool. Not final feature, but we're getting into the smaller features. Smithing table changes and the netherite upgrade are feature 15 and 16. So with the smithing table, you now need this special thing called a netherite upgrade, and you put that in the first slot, and then you put your chest plate in here, or any other diamond gear, and then you can put netherite on it, and that'll turn into netherite gear that you can wear. I don't /give netherite upgrade smithing template. Okay, so you can also duplicate these. So if you put the netherite upgrade in this and put a block of netherrack and surround it with diamonds, you can actually create two. So that's a good way. Finally, another use for diamonds. So that's cool. And the next feature, still not final, there's one more feature after this, are armor trims. Now these are really cool. You can customize your armor with armor trims. There are 16 unique armor trims, and you can use an armor trim and an ingot to trim your armor. So these are all the ones. I'll go over them very quickly. Sentry, Dune, Coast, Wild, Ward and Silence, Vex, Rib, Snout, Eye, Spire, Tide, Wayfinder, Razor, Shaper and Host. So they're all the 16. Now the one from the Ocean Monument, which is Tide over here, this is found by killing Elder Guardians instead of from chests, and all the other ones are. These ones from Trail Ruins, that's a new feature. That's our final feature. This is by brushing suspicious sand or gravel. So this one, Silence, this is the hardest to find because it's in an ancient city and it has, I'm pretty sure, a 1% chance of spawning a chest. So that's really rare. These ones, so Sentry, Dune, Coast, Wild, they're the more common ones. I will be right back because someone is at my door. Okay, I'm back. So here we are. These are all the different armor trims. As you can see, you can trim with redstone, you can trim with diamond, And also, this is diamond on diamond. Yes, you can use the same one. It looks alright. I think it looks better with maybe gold or iron, but that's cool. This is amethyst. This is netherite. This is emerald. They all look pretty cool. So my favourite ones are probably maybe snout. Snout looks alright. Ward, sentry are alright. Now these four ones I'm going to make right now with you. So I will get armor stands ready. Alright, so I've got the armor stands ready. You can see I've got like things here you can trim with nether quartz, emerald, lapis, amethyst, redstone, gold, copper, netherite, diamond or iron. So I've got these four ones here. I'm going to trim, the first one I'm going to trim is diamond with copper, and this is going to be the June armor trim. So I apply my armor trim first, then my piece of armor, and then my ingot. And you can trim all of these, and you can also see what it looks like in person on the armor trim. On the armor stand, sorry, in the smithing table. So this is the June armor trim. You can see it looks pretty cool. This is one of my favourites actually. So I would definitely recommend that. It's actually quite easy to find because it's in the desert pyramid, and there's 4 different chests in the desert pyramid that you can find it in because of the bit at the bottom. The next one is gold armor, and I'll put amethyst on it with the silence. Now silence is okay. It's got a lot of detail in it, so I'll do that. You can see that it looks pretty cool in the design, and as you can see, it looks more like an amethyst helmet with a gold trim. But I think it's really, I wouldn't say it's worth it, not really sure, but yeah. So you can also duplicate these, you just need to find the right block associated with each smithing template, and I don't know that, but yeah, so this is the silence. I think it looks really cool. This is also one of my favourites. June and silence, definitely good. The next one is, I believe, the Vex armor trim. So I'm going to trim emerald on iron. So here we go, Vex. I think this looks really cool as a full set. So yeah, so you can see, if you're only trimming one, I think it's definitely only worth it for the chest plate, because, you know, the leggings is alright, but the helmet and boots are kind of too small to have their own unique design if you just have it on your own. Except with the exception of silence, because it has so much on it. So this is the Vex armor trim. Looks pretty cool. I think that's also one of my favourites. I think I've just left all of my favourite ones to make on my own. So these are netherite, and I'm going to trim quartz on it with the eye armor trim. So this is the eye armor trim found in strongholds, there's a separate one for end cities. With the quartz, I think quartz looks really cool, and the netherite. So that's the netherite set, and that's the final one. Oh, I'm wearing them. Actually, I will wear it so that I can, you know, show it off. Maybe I'll just wear this for the rest of the recording. Okay, I'll do that. Let's go to our final feature, which is the Trail Ruins. As I said, these are all stunning designs. They're really cool. Make sure to get them because they're actually really cool. So the Trail Ruins is our final feature, which is very weird. It's sort of just a mix of a lot of different blocks. As you can see, mud, terracotta, brown terracotta, these are glazed terracotta, some sand. I have have a brush, and these are the 4 armor trims you can find here. So I'll try and find some suspicious sand. Here's some. So here we go. We've got an armor trim. So this is the Wayfinder armor trim. That's cool. I haven't looked through any of these yet. So, oh, green, something green. I've got a green candle. Okay, that's nice. So, as I said, you can get loads of stuff, loads of different stuff from here, like green candles. I wonder if there's any suspicious gravel in here. Maybe. Yep, I think I see some. If I brush away that. Got something white. Is that string? I think that looks like string. Yep, string. So most of these is just like, you know, random bits of stuff, but you can find some cool stuff. See, look, that's an emerald. That's really cool. This is another armor trim. I wonder what this one is. This is the host. So you can, it's actually not that rare to find these in the suspicious sand or gravel. So yeah, I think this is really cool. Let me try and find my way up. So yeah, this is a very big, the archaeology feature is very big. So maybe I should have put the brush as a separate feature, but whatever. I probably could have made 20 features, but I think archaeology is just its own really big feature. So that's it. I'll walk up these stairs for the finale. That's all so far. There might be some small additions to 1.20 before its official release. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you really enjoyed everything. My favourite addition is definitely, well, I like all of them actually. So the sniffer is cool. Everything else is cool, like the trail ruins, archaeology, the cherry blossom biome, the armor trims. Everything is so cool in this update, and I can't wait for its release. I want to go back and see if the sniffer egg has hatched, so I'll do that real quick. Okay, it hasn't hatched, but it's hatching. You can see there's some cracks in it. I might set the tick speed / game rule. Random tick speed. I might set it to like 50, so maybe it can speed up a little bit. I'm not sure if this actually does anything, so yeah, maybe I'll just pause the recording and wait for it to hatch. Okay, I got bored and just spawned a sniffer. This is a fully grown sniffer, as you can see. It's way bigger than me. The baby sniffer is, or the snifflet, as it's officially called, I believe, is a little bit smaller. But I think it's finding some plants. Finding plants. Let's see if it can dig up some plants. Here we go. What is it? What did you find? You found some torchflower seeds! Yay! Good job, sniffer. So, that's the sniffer. Really cool. You can actually breed these with torchflower seeds. I didn't know that. So that's cool. We all learned something today. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, probably in 3 years. See ya.